If you dropped a Livyatan whale into the modern Pacific Ocean, could it rise back to the top of the food chain? Right now, a prehistoric giant gone for 13 million years is quietly being born. This is a Livyatan whale. Even as a newborn, it's already about 16 feet long. It weighs around 2,600 pounds. That's about the size of a fully loaded small truck. Even as a young calf, it's already near the top of the food chain. That alone shows how powerful the Livyatan family really was. But that doesn't mean it's safe. The modern ocean is too cold. 13 million years ago, tropical ocean temperatures stayed above 82 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. But today, this part of the Pacific is only about 72 degrees. For a newborn warm-blooded animal, that 10-degree drop can be deadly. And Livyatan whales were live-bearing mammals, just like modern whales. But their metabolism was 1.5 times faster than a modern sperm whale's. That means it needs more energy to stay warm and keep growing. If it can't find food within 24 hours, it will freeze to death in the same ocean its ancestors once ruled. A lot of people think young prehistoric predators needed their parents to feed them for a long time. But in reality, a Livyatan calf was born with a complete set of hunting skills. Its teeth could grow up to 6 inches long. Its bite force was over 3 tons. One casual bite could crush a heavy steel gate. Its lower jaw starts giving off low-frequency vibrations. This is the Livyatan whale's sonar system. It's more primitive than a modern whale's, but much stronger. It can sense the heartbeat of any creature over 220 pounds within about a 6-mile radius. Soon, it picks up a signal. A group of California sea lions is playing in the shallow water nearby. In its genetic memory, animals that size are basically snack boxes on the move. It glides toward them without making a sound. The Livyatan whale's body is perfectly streamlined. Its skin has special microstructures that make it almost silent in the water. At about 160 feet away, its tail fluke snaps hard. In an instant, it hits nearly 28 miles an hour. The sea lion doesn't even have time to turn around. The Livyatan whale opens its massive jaws and swallows it whole in one bite. Its sharp teeth pierce through the sea lion like daggers. A double-jointed jaw lets its mouth open up to 90 degrees. 4 rows of inward curving teeth make sure that once prey is caught, there is no chance of escape. Its first real meal. The warm blood drives away the cold for now. It survives. 6 months later, it's already about 26 feet long. It weighs 5 tons. That's about the size of an adult humpback whale. Livyatan whales grew twice as fast as modern whales. They reached sexual maturity in just 3 years. Modern sperm whales need more than 10 years. That was a survival strategy from the ancient world. In an ocean full of danger, the faster you grew, the better your chances of surviving. But in the modern ocean, that advantage becomes a deadly weakness. It needs to eat about 550 pounds of food every day. That's equal to 10 adult sea lions. 13 million years ago, its ancestors only needed 1 successful hunt a day to meet their needs. Back then, there were more than 10 times as many whales in the ocean as there are now. But today? Since the 20th century, large-scale commercial whaling spread across the globe. In just 100 years, nearly 2.9 million whales were killed. Today, only about 700,000 whales remain worldwide. In most ocean regions, it can barely even find a whale over 30 feet long. For an apex predator, that's humiliating. Even worse, almost all the prey it can eat is already dominated by orcas. Sea lions, seals, dolphins, and even smaller baleen whales are all regular prey for orcas. Orca hunting groups are found across every major ocean. Their hunting efficiency is more than 3 times higher than the Livyatans. It's like a beggar holding gold and silverware. It has world-class hunting gear, but almost nothing it can actually eat. When it turns 2, it finally pulls off a true top-level Livyatan hunt. That day, it comes across a lost humpback calf. It's about 33 feet long. It weighs 15 tons. That's exactly the prey size its ancestors loved most. It quietly dives 1,600 feet underwater. This is the humpback's blind spot. Then it slowly circles beneath the humpback. The low-frequency vibration system in its lower jaw is fully active. It can clearly sense every heartbeat of that humpback whale. Every breath. At 330 feet away, its tail fluke begins to move slowly. It's building power. Then it rockets upward. In an instant, it hits about 31 miles an hour. That's the fastest burst of speed it can produce. Its bite force spikes to 15 tons. Its upper and lower jaws clamp down like hydraulic cutters. The prey doesn't even get a chance to struggle or call for help. The seawater turns dark red. This is the Livyatan whale's peak hunting strategy. Ambush from below. End it with 1 hit. In the ocean, almost nothing could survive an attack like that. At last, it gets a truly satisfying meal. That feast gives it enough energy for an entire week. 3 years later, it finally reaches full size. It's about 52 feet long. It weighs 55 tons. That's equal to 9 adult African elephants. Its bite force reaches an astonishing 36 tons. That's one of the strongest recorded bite forces in Earth's history. By now, it is the most powerful creature in the modern ocean. No single animal can challenge it alone. Even small orca pods wouldn't dare attack it easily. Of course, it won't mess with those orcas either. Because over the years, it has seen for itself a massive group of 70 orcas hunting a blue whale that even it couldn't confidently take down. It and the orcas become co-rulers of this ocean. Just like its ancestors 13 million years ago shared the seas with Megalodon. But this kind of rule is lonely. And soon, it meets the most dangerous enemy of this era. Human ships tear through the ocean. Their propellers can easily slice through a whale's thick skin. Their noise can travel for hundreds of miles, interfering with a whale's sonar system and making it lose its way. It starts to fear human ships. Whenever it hears engine noise in the distance, it immediately dives into the deep sea. But it can't escape them. Human activity has reached every corner of the ocean. From shallow water to the deep sea, from the equator to the poles, traces of humans are everywhere. Until one quiet night, it is resting at the surface. Suddenly, it hears a familiar low-frequency vibration. It's the sound of a whale's heartbeat. And it's coming from a very large whale. It gets excited right away. It dives underwater and swims toward the signal. The signal gets stronger and stronger. It can feel that the whale is not far ahead. It has to be at least 65 feet long. This would be a perfect feast. It quietly circles beneath the whale, getting ready to launch its best ambush. But just as it is about to attack, something suddenly feels wrong. The whale's heartbeat is too regular. And it isn't breathing. Any living whale has to surface regularly to breathe air. But this whale has been underwater for a full hour. It hesitates. But hunger wins over instinct. It's already starving. It rockets upward, opens its massive jaws, and bites toward the whale. The sound of teeth hitting steel echoes through the deep sea. A wave of pain shoots through its entire body. 3 of its teeth snap off instantly. Blood bursts from its mouth. That was never a whale at all. It was a human nuclear submarine. The propeller cuts like a giant razor, slicing deep into its belly. A 16-foot wound runs from its chest all the way to its tail. Its intestines and organs spill out, floating in the seawater. The nuclear submarine doesn't stop. It quickly disappears into the deep ocean. To humans, this is just a minor accident. No one knows they have just injured the last Livyatan whale on Earth. It drags its wounded body and struggles toward the surface. Every swing of its tail brings unbearable pain. The massive blood loss leaves it dizzy and disoriented. It knows it doesn't have long to live. In the final moments of its life, it seems to hear a call from far away. It's the ocean from 13 million years ago. There is its mother. There are others of its kind. There is endless prey. That is where it truly belongs. It slowly closes its eyes. The last Livyatan whale on Earth is gone. A lot of people think if prehistoric animals traveled to the modern world, they would become unstoppable. But in reality, they would almost never survive. Because evolution has never been about becoming stronger. It's about becoming better adapted. Once the environment changes dramatically, even the most powerful species can become shockingly fragile.